Have you planted your fall bulbs yet so they will bloom in the springtime? Many clients of mine want to know what are the easiest set and forget kind of plants, and bulbs are your answer. I'm going to go over a couple different varieties of options that you can plant in your garden. The first one are tulips. I always tell my clients to look to see when it says in the springtime it's going to bloom. It's going to either say early, middle, or it's going to say late bloom for spring. You want to make sure that you have a combination of all three, so then that way you just don't have a week or so worth of tulips and then that's it. You might as well go ahead and look and get each category, so that way you have tulips that last a lot longer. Now, we all are familiar with the common tulip that looks like this, but now they make pairings, which is really easy for us. And that you can get a parrot tulip that looks like this, which is gorgeous, and it kind of looks like it's ribbed on the edges. And then this one is a double tulip, which it's not just a single layer of petals, but it has multiples, and these are stunning as cut flowers. So consider multiple options as you're looking for different tulips. Now, if you cut the tulip and want it for cut flowers, in order for the bulb to be viable and to produce flowers for next year, you have to leave at least 2 sets of leaves, so it'll go one direction and another, and cut above those 2 with the bulb still attached to it for it to be viable and to produce flowers for the next year. Otherwise, I have some clients that come to me and say, why won't my bulbs produce any tulips anymore? And it's because they may have cut it and they didn't leave enough of the leaves for the bulb to regenerate. Now the next one, some people don't know about this, and I feel like these are stunning. This is Fritillaria. It is one of the darkest purples that almost looks black. They are amazing when you want a flower arrangement. They add a really great texture to it. They almost remind me of multiple of lily of the valleys on the stem. These get about 30 inches in height, so make sure you don't put it at the very front of your garden, but maybe in the middle or the back. These don't necessarily always come back year after year, but because they're so different and unique, and I love them for cut flowers, I'm willing to plant them multiple times. Everyone is always aware of what daffodils are, but these are not your grandma's daffodils. These have not just a single layer of flower petals, but they are so ruffly. They are gorgeous in cut flower arrangements, and deer and rabbits do not eat them. Now, when you're planting bulbs like this, either for hyacinths or this, or alliums, which I'll get to next, I like to put at least 5 of them in a hole. Otherwise, if you only put 1 in a hole, it looks pretty sparse and it doesn't look as planned out, and your eye doesn't flow as much in your garden. So daffodils come in multiples of color. You can get pure white ones if you have a white garden, or you want to just make it all white around borders of your front door so it illuminates at night. You can get these that have a peach center to them, which is gorgeous. There's just not just yellows anymore, so look at different ones. This is called Replete. This is one of my favorites that I like to use, and again, at least plant 5 in a hole when you're planting. Hyacinths are also a great option, as well as daffodils that deer do not eat, and allium. So if you have those issues, you can plant these, and usually they leave them alone, which is amazing. Hyacinths come in a multitude of colors. You can get white, you can get blues, you can get pinks, you can get purples. They are just stunning, and you can also use these as cut flowers too. These get about 10 inches in height. Some different varieties vary, but these look great in a groupings of not just one, but several in a hole or as borders. The other one that I love are alliums. Now, there is a perennial allium that blooms in the summer. These are not them. These are the bulb variety of alliums, and alliums come in different colors as well. They come in white, they come in purple, and they come in this bluish purple. color, which is gorgeous. These are called gladiators, and this is one of the biggest alliums that they make. The ball of flowers are humongous. Now this is related to the onion family, so this is why the deer do not eat these, which is great. Again, I like to plant these in a grouping, kind of like this, and they are amazing. Now the bigger alliums don't last after several years. I feel like I have to replant them because it is a bigger bulb. They kind of burn out after a while. The smaller alliums, they last a lot longer in my garden beds. But consider all of your options that you have for bulbs. This is one of the ones that is so easy. You dig a hole right now, you put it in, and then you basically water it once, and you can forget about it. And in spring, you'll have all these cut flowers, and you'll be so happy if you do it right now. As always, happy gardening.